have to say, this did require a little fancy footwork. The reason I did it was because I thought that my bride deserved the most romantic celebration of our first legal anniversary possible.
It's so beautiful. It really is. Actually, I just kind of had my heart set on being alone with you in our suite so that we could talk.
We're going to go back to our suite later, but why can't we talk here?
Well, I thought that you said that this room was booked tonight.
Honey, we own the restaurant. Charles is going to handle it. Come on, let's have a little dance, huh? So I want to make sure that this is a night to remember.
I'm coming. Hello.
Hey, I was about to give up. Didn't think anybody was home.
Hey, partner, how's it going?
Okay. Hey, listen, give Tom my congratulations, and you tell him that I didn't doubt for 1 minute that he was going to sweep that election.
Well, I'll pass it along. He's been called off to the Capitol. He has a meeting with the governor and the state's attorney's office.
I hope his going away means that you got good news about your AIDS test. I've been thinking about you all day.
Well, we're in a 3-day holding pattern until we find out the results of the test.
So, and when you get them, the results will be negative.
Okay, but I'm not playing out any scenarios. Hey, listen, I wanted to ask you, you know, I go to my support group up in Chicago all the time, and I thought now that things are, you know, coming to an end, maybe I could get together with my partner without blowing his cover?
Well, that's the other reason I'm calling. I just got word from Jason that Joe Bailey and his boys from the Crime Commission are going to move in on the Harpers tonight to round them all up at a big family gathering.
Whoa, now Tom told me this was going down, but I didn't know it'd be so soon.
Yep, so it looks like that by tomorrow, Harold Gleason's going to be able to retire, and after laying low for a suitable period of time, Hal Munson can come back home.
All right! Oh, Hal, I wish you were here with me. Audrey? Am I right?
Well, yes, Barbara. You are pregnant.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Pantene Pro V Shampoo and Pro V Treatment Conditioner. For hair so healthy, it shines.
Wouldn't you give anything for hair that's shiny and healthy? Blow drying gave me split ends. But Pantene Pro V Shampoo and Treatment Conditioner helped change all that. Pro V contains provitamins which go deep into your hair, giving it extra treatment all the way to the tips. And look, it's so healthy, it shines.
Pantene Pro V Shampoo and Treatment Conditioner for hair so healthy it shines. And introducing the Pantene Pro V styling line.
Your kids love the pizza party, but your stomach doesn't love the pizza. When what you eat and drink gives you a surprise, you want a medicine that works on your stomach itself. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, Pepto delivers powerful medicine directly to your stomach, right where you hurt. A real medicine for your stomach. Pepto-Bismol's the only one you need.
How many times have you depended on NyQuil to get you through all those colds, all those nights? Now the makers of NyQuil present the most complete non-drowsy cold medicine you can get. Introducing Dayquil Liquid Caps, the amazing liquid-filled capsules that have concentrated medicine to relieve your coughing, chest congestion, stuffy head, and fever with nothing to make you drowsy. Introducing Vicks Dayquil Liquid Caps. Non-drowsy relief beyond belief.
I'm amazed.
Yeah, well, obviously you're not calling from Julius Harper's office, but since the crime commission's moving in tonight, you don't have to go back there, right?
Think again, partner. If I conveniently disappear just before this raid, the Harpers are going to put 2 and 2 together, and they're going to know that I was the one that fingered them. My life wouldn't be worth 2 cents, and everybody around me would be in danger. No, the only thing that I can do is go back there. I'll get arrested with the rest of them, and then once I'm at the station, I'll slip out the back door and lay low until Harold Gleason's all but forgotten.
And you're sure they don't suspect you now?
Oh, they don't suspect me. I got the Kruger and the Crawford files back into the vault, no problem. Oh, that reminds me, did you get the envelope?
Oh, yeah, I had Mama deliver it to Daryl's hospital room as instructed, but Hal, what was in it?
I think you better ask Daryl that, because it's what you'd call very personal. I'll tell you one thing, though, it makes it clear he was being blackmailed.
Now, what are you gonna do if they find out something's missing?
They won't. They're all at a big family gathering, remember? Anyway, in a couple of hours, they're all gonna be cooling their heels in jail, and Harold Gleason's career in crime will be over. That's a damn good thing, too. Things got bad today. Anthony heard a rumor that Johnny Cerrone's about to turn state's evidence, so Anthony sent for him. Johnny came in. Anthony confronted him about it. Johnny denied the whole thing, at which point Anthony gave me the high sign to pull my gun. Johnny begged Anthony not to kill him because he said he was family. He said Vicky was his niece.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Yeah, well, apparently Anthony didn't, and that's what saved Johnny Cerrone's neck. I wouldn't want to be in Vicky's shoes. Saved my neck, too, because what the hell was I going to do if Anthony told me to pull the trigger? Anyway, look, I'll call you after it's all gone down. Hey, Margo, you do me a favor. You call Barbara, explain to her what's going on. I tried to reach her at work, but she'd already left and she's not home yet.
Sure.
Hey, Margo, you... Just tell her I love her, okay?
Of course I will. Listen, Hal, you watch your back.
Hey, I always watch my back. All right, well, look, congratulations again to Tom, and make sure that you give Adam a big hug for me, and much love to my partner, who will always have a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, you'll always have a very special place in my heart, too. Listen, Hal, I can't wait for you to come home. So, you don't take any unnecessary chances, all right? Hey! Hey, Adam's here. So I've got to go, okay? Bye-bye.
Mommy, we're hungry.
You're hungry? All right, I'll fix you food, but first, you come here. Oh, this is from your Uncle Hal. Ooh.
There you are.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, wait. We have to make a toast, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, what's it going to be? How about... Let's toast to celebrating our first... No. Let's toast to celebrating our 51st wedding anniversary right here at this spot.
Are we still going to be living on the yacht? How are we going to get up the gangway, Kirk?
Damn good point. Okay, forget the yacht. We'll get a house. We'll get a house with a white picket fence. And we won't have to throw ourselves a party because our kids and our grandkids will do it for us. I can see it now.
Kirk, this is so lovely. I appreciate it so much. Could we please just have a quick dinner and go back to the suite? I really want to be alone with you.
We're not alone now?
Oh, we are alone.
Did you plan that?
No, I didn't, babe. It's probably just Charles.
I gave him strict instructions not to disturb us. Charles.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Anderson, but I'm afraid there's a problem. The party that booked the private room is very upset about being changed over to the...
I told you, Charles, give them the best table and our best bottle of free champagne.
I don't think that's going to satisfy Mr. Eldridge.
Scott Eldridge?
Yes, in his guest.
Why don't you just go ahead and give him the room?
No, not so fast, not so fast. Tell Mr. Eldridge I'll be happy to speak to him personally.
Babe, it's fine.
Listen,
just give it
I'm not gonna knuckle under to Lucinda just like
Lucinda?
that. Yeah, Lisa thinks that Scott's been involved with Lucinda, and this makes perfect sense because Lucinda wouldn't want to be seen in public, romancing a young
exec.
There's
more reason not to antagonize
It's the principle
Lucinda.
of the thing, all right? Just let me take care of it.
I don't
Come in.
Going back to the suite.
Hi.
Lily.
Hi.
Scott asked me out to dinner to take my mind off of Holden.
Look, I'm sorry I got so hot on the collar with you, Major D. I didn't realize you guys were having a special celebration. So, why don't we just go?
I'm sorry.
No, you know what would be wonderful? Why don't you join us for dinner? It would mean so much to us, please.
Ellie, are you sure?
Yes, we insist. Please.
It's all right with you? It's certainly all right.
I'd appreciate it. I'm just not ready to be out there with all those people. Thank you.
What'd you do that for?
I think it's the least we can do for Lily under the circumstances.
Okay, well, you owe me big time back at the suite. I wonder what Lucinda thinks of this.
Oh, it's so good to see my darling old friend up and about again. But you mustn't overdo it, you know that. I know how conscientious you are and how ununderstanding and difficult the dreadful duo over at Walsh can be.
No, not at all.
They've been very understanding.
Jane filled me in on the Holden situation. It must be terrible for Lily.
It's just awful. It's obscene. It's ghastly. And she's being very brave, maybe too brave.
Where is she? Thelma said she was staying here with you.
She's out on a dinner date with one of my executives, presumably to take her mind off the dreadful situation.
Which executive?
Scott. Matthew. What will everyone drink?
I'll just have a club soda, please, Matthew.
Oh, you better make that two, Matthew.
Well, guess I'll have the same.
Come on. Come on, have champagne with me. We're having caviar. Go.
All right, well, you twisted my arm. I'll have champagne.
Very good.
Thank you, Matthew. Oh, I gotta tell you something. My heart is breaking. Matthew is leaving me. He announced he's getting married.
Oh.
Good heavens. I'm surprised he even found time to meet anyone, let alone...
I give him days off. I don't blame him for looking for love in his spare time. I have nothing but wonderful memories of all my marriages.
Oh, dear. Does this mean that we can expect wedding plans with you and the muscle man from Mosconi's gym?
Should my beau pop the question, I will not be leaving my job. I'm with you for life.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I really am. Matthew, I have your secrets out. I've told everybody.
Congratulations. Oh, it's wonderful. I'll get love there.
You're a traitor, but the secret's out. Yes.
Is Lily there, please?
Lily's not home at the moment.
When will she be back?
She's out for the evening. Can I take a message, Holden?
Yeah. Is this Lily's mother, the one I haven't met?
Yes, it is. I'm dreadfully sorry about your ordeal, and I want to tell you that I admire your determination and your will to survive.
Thank you. I came by the office today to see Lily, but unfortunately you weren't there. But I'm sure that we'll have plenty of opportunities to meet soon.
Well, of course we will. Although your doctor told me that it's important that you not rush into too many things. I'll give Lily your message, Holden. Good night.
God, who are you?
I am Dracula.
I don't know what's happening to me.
Do you believe in destiny?
There are darknesses in life, my child, and you are one of the lights.
I give you life eternal.
Take me away from all this death.
Bram Stoker's Dracula, a Francis Ford Coppola film, rated R, at theaters Friday the 13th of November.
For great-looking skin, you gotta nourish it every day.
Nourish from the inside, nourish with moisture outside. Good food inside, Carrie outside. Dermatologist tested, moisture rich. Carrie is so very
Nourishing.
Now there's a new way to keep that shower fresh feeling. New Band Fresh and Dry.
Keep the feeling, shower fresh feeling. New Band Fresh and Dry.
Fresh and Dry has an extra wide ball. It has aloe, too.
New Band Fresh and Dry.
A whole paper towel can be too much. Or too little. Now there's Selecticize, the Bounty you customize. Special smaller sheets. Only Bounty lets you pick out 1 sheet for small jobs, 2 sheets for regular jobs, 3 sheets for large jobs. And it's 50% longer than regular Bounty. Selecticize, the Bounty you customize.
A quicker, thicker, picker upper.
Bounty Selecticize.
For weeks, Murphy's been trying to name her baby.
Robert Kennedy Brown.
Adlai Stevenson Brown.
Little Abner Brown.
Franklin Delano Brown.
And Monday,
Desmond Tutu Brown.
she finally will. Murphy Brown.
What, are you kidding? We're planning on coming back to Montega every year to celebrate our anniversary, aren't we?
Yeah, in fact, we may not even leave if Air Montega doesn't get its act together.
Be sure and give Tom my congratulations. Franny told us about the election results.
Tom's up at the Capitol. I guess Franny told you about Darrell and Jessup.
Uh-huh. I reckoned Kruger was behind all of that. But why are we wasting our time talking about that? Tell me how much you miss me again.
More than I can say. So, are Susan and Larry coming back with you?
Well, right now, Larry and Susan are in the midst of a public display.
Well, since you're coming home, I guess it's safe to assume that you no longer think Tonio's in Montega.
It looks like the snake slithered out of my grasp once again.
Are you okay? Perhaps it would be better if I got Senorita Sabrina. There are many here in Montega who have turned against you.
I'm well aware of that, Rico.
And the American doctors seem to think Senorita Sabrina is no longer loyal to you.
They weren't on that cliff when she saved my life. She stood in front of me when McKechnie was about to shoot and helped me escape. Feelings like that don't just disappear.
But she refused to go with you before.
Just to guarantee my safety. Look, I know my Sabrina. She's been waiting for me all this time. And now that McKechnie has left for the States, it's time for us to be reunited.
She's so small. So innocent and trusting. You're very lucky. I didn't know how I'd raise a child without a family or a father. But then I met Dr. Susan and Dr. Larry. They've helped me so much.
Hello? Susan, I thought you'd be up in the air by now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, she's right here. Hold on. Their flight was delayed.
Dr. Susan?
Hi, Inez. I just called to say goodbye.
Again?
How's our little namesake doing?
Thanks again for all your help, Domingo. Please stay in touch with me if there's any sign of Reyes. I have a personal score to settle.
I understand. I have my own score to settle. He betrayed our country.
And would you do me the favor of keeping an eye on Sabrina? But quietly. I don't want to alarm her.
Of course.
Duncan? Sabrina wants to talk to you.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Sabrina. It looks like we'll be staying with you another night.
I'd love it. Perhaps I should contact Lieutenant Rodriguez and let him know. He rang here about a half an hour ago looking for you.
Are you sure he said Lieutenant Rodriguez?
Yes, Lieutenant Domingo Rodriguez. He seemed surprised to hear that you'd left already.
The world of toothpaste has been turned upside down. Introducing the Colgate Clean and Easy Stand-Up Tube. What was once uncontrollable is now predictable. What was once lost, you can now find. What was once a mess is now clean as can be. Colgate's Advanced Formula Toothpaste. Now in the new stand-up tube. No other tube of toothpaste stands up to it.
Digger, my little brother. The guy's a born trucker. He comes in my room. What does he go for? Tonka. Tell him, these are for big guys. So what'd you get for your birthday, Digger? Tonka. A big fat dump truck and a big fat fire truck. And Grandpa got him a school bus and a garbage truck. And they guarantee them for life. That's a long time. So are you happy, Digger? Tonka.
Wherever you go, Tonka means trucks.
Quilting is not only in fashion, it's also in a tissue. New Kleenex Softique. Softique is quilted, so it's softer, prettier, and while fashion has its place, we think you'll find more places for this. New Kleenex Softique. It's quilted, so it's softer, and that's always in style.
You've read the books.
Gonna kiss your mother when you're famous.
You've heard the rumors.
Your bummer calls me a mobster.
But until now, you haven't seen the truth.
I know what you see in her, and I'm telling you, it ain't worth it. Stick with Nancy.
Sinatra begins Sunday after 60 Minutes.
Check into the Golden Palace tonight on CBS.
That's your daddy's Victrola. And all those are his records. Oh, he loved music, and he was a wonderful dancer. You children always tell me that you know when something is troubling me or when I'm puzzled about something, because I always come in here and I listen to your daddy's records. It's kind of like talking to him.
I can see that you loved him very much.
Yes, I did.
I'm glad.
Those are my galley proofs for a book I've written. It's going to be published before Christmas.
Well, I knew that Seth was a writer, but I didn't realize that you were too.
I don't really think of myself as a writer, more like a storyteller, maybe.
Well, I'd love to read it sometime. What's it about?
It's about love.
I've read over 100 books so far. I think it's the best way to learn. What are these over here?
Oh, those are all family albums. I don't know if you're ready to look at that, but that's an album of your wedding, yours and Lily's.
So lovely and quiet here in the country at night. There are no police sirens, no fire engines or ambulances.
Excuse me.
It's an album of his and Lily's wedding. Perhaps he looked at it too soon.
Well, he tried to call Lily before. He did. I think that's a very positive sign. I also found him at the pond, and he said that he was thinking about her.
Oh, may I tell Lily that?
Yes. Good. But I think Holden would like to tell her himself. If she were home. You know, Emma, I honestly feel, with time, the two of them are going to find their way back to each other. Now, Holden may already be falling in love with her all over again.
I hope so. Marcia, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for what you've done for my son, really.
It's my job. And I told Holden that as soon as he starts feeling secure, I'm going back to New York.
Well, I know that's going to be hard on him. I know he's going to miss you a great deal.
Yes, he will.
And what about you? Will it be hard on you?
Yes. But it has to be done.
Okay, I'm just going to throw these in the sink. And thank God for video games. I hope it doesn't stunt their growth. Thank you so much for the wonderful news, Dr. Samuels.
I can't help thinking this is a very different reaction from the last time you thought you were pregnant.
It's what I've been hoping and praying for. I can't go into details, but I've been seeing Hal, my former husband. This is his baby. I couldn't be happier.
Whew, I gotta tell you, running up and down these steps is gonna put me in great shape. Can I get you something to drink?
Oh, sure, whatever you're having.
I'm having carrot juice.
Sounds fine.
No, you sure you don't want me to get you some wine or something?
Oh, I'm not drinking these days. I came straight over from Dr. Samuel's office, and I knew I couldn't tell Hal, and I just had to tell someone I'm pregnant.
Oh, my God, I'm so happy.
Hal and I are going to have a baby.
Oh, Barbara, this is perfect timing. The Harpers are going to be taken down tonight. Hal will be out of there by tomorrow. He has to lay low for a while, but then he can come back and start his life with you again.
I know. I just can't believe it's going to happen.
Barbara, it's going to happen.
Oh, great.
Hi. How are you? I knew Tom was out of town, so I thought I'd come by and maybe we could have Chinese.
No, we can't.
No?
No, I'm going to whip up a special chef salad. I think I can
that's
manage
good. I'm eating
that.
healthy these days. Oh, boy, did I come at a bad time?
Oh, no, I'm just, happier than I've been in a long, long time.
Well, I didn't expect to find you still hard at work, Harold.
Anthony, I didn't expect to see you here. I thought, what happened to the family gathering?
Oh, I'm on my way there now. Unfortunately, my wife's a bit under the weather. She won't be able to make it.
You know, you seemed kind of surprised to learn that she was Johnny Soron's niece. Is that why you didn't order me to finish him off?
No. That was just a bit of theatrics to straighten him out, keep him in line. I never intended to kill him, at least not in the office. Primary rule with our family, never foul your own nest.
Can I get you something from in there?
No. I know right where to put my hands on it. I was looking at it just yesterday. I've decided to make a quick trip to Oakdale tomorrow morning to extend my sympathies to Darrell Crawford and collect a long, outstanding debt.
Yeah?
There was a negative in here yesterday. Only 4 people have the keys to this vault, my brothers, myself, and you. I know Julius and Frederick haven't been to the office today. They were preparing for the family gathering. So that leaves just you, Harold.
Chunky, the big soup, introduces new beef noodle. Copious cuts of tender lean beef, enormously hearty noodles, the colossal taste of carrots, all in a tidal wave of savory beef broth. Get ready for chunks big enough for a fork, but use a big spoon to get every mouth-watering beefy bite. New chunky beef noodle, soup so big, it eats like a meal.
When my arthritis pain acts up, even little things are a big effort. But I don't take aspirin anymore. I take Advil. Advil is the brand many doctors recommend for hours of relief from minor arthritis pain. You know, just 1 Advil is as effective as 2 regular aspirin. And Advil doesn't upset my stomach the way aspirin sometimes can. So now, I don't even have to think about arthritis. Advil, tablets and caplets, advanced medicine for pain.
Sports and leisure. How many metal plates have there been in the body of Evel Knievel?
Let's see, Las Vegas, Cincinnati, Snake River Canyon, Chicago,
The Trivial Pursuit
London,
10th Anniversary Edition. Is anyone not playing this game?
Pour on the cheddar and make it taste better.
Potato?
Dull.
With cheddar?
Delicious.
Anybody want chips?
No.
Well, how about some cheddar cheese nachos?
Eat your vegetables.
Oh, no.
With cheese?
Oh,
The
great.
great taste of cheddar makes everything taste better.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
When Victor knows what Nikki knows.
If your dad finds out about us in that hotel room, I am gone.
Who knows what he'll do to Ryan?
I'm gonna teach that punk a lesson.
He can run.
I don't even think this planet is big enough to hide from Victor Newman.
But he can't hide.
I'm gonna wring that boy his filthy neck.
The Young and the Restless, weekdays. This is CBS.
A black man is beaten to death, and the suspects are 2 white police officers. It occurred during a traffic stop. We'll have a team report tonight on TV2 at 6.
That cough sounds awful. Come home.
When you have to doctor a bad cough, reach for Robitussin Maximum Strength Cough. It lasts up to 8 hours, and there's nothing stronger without a prescription. Robitussin Maximum Strength Cough, from the brand more doctors and pharmacists recommend.
I'm glad to see you.
This'll help.
Robitussin Maximum Strength Cough, a new cough and cold formula. Big relief for your worst coughs.
Take the time to taste the Welch's. Take the time to roll it round. Savor all that Concord flavor. Let it trickle slowly down.
Welch's grape juice. We've spent 100 years getting ready for this moment. So don't rush it. It deserves to be savored.
Take the time to taste the Welch's.
Share a little of your breakfast with us on Eyewitness Weekend every Saturday and Sunday morning at 8, right here on WJBK TV2.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Actually, it's quite eerie. A familiar voice like Holden's on the phone, but it's not him. You see, it's somebody else, because he has no memory of me.
I cannot imagine what that must do to Lily after all they've been through.
Well, I think that true love always wins out in the end.
Thelma, you always were the romantic in the family. That's probably why you went into the theater.
Wrong pipe.
Oh,
It's okay. Oh, sorry. You know, Lily must be so upset. I can't imagine her wanting to go out with anybody, let alone Scott.
On the other hand, he doesn't know Holden. Maybe it's a relief not to have to talk about him.
Well, actually, he does know Holden. They met in Lucinda's office this afternoon.
Oh, did you see Holden, Lucinda?
No, unfortunately, we missed each other.
Oh, this whole situation is so difficult, so painful. But there is one person who could benefit greatly by this whole tragic turn of events.
Good heavens, who's that?
You, my dear. Well, I don't have to remind you about your unfortunate history with Holden. This is your chance to make a fresh start with the man your daughter loves with all her heart. Yes, you can forge a whole new relationship without any of that old baggage. Be a model mother-in-law. Well, you know Lily would like nothing better.
What an idea. What a really interesting idea. But I'm not going to get the chance. I mean, we can't count on that. We can't just assume that Holden wants to continue in this marriage.
Well, it really was wonderful. Your chef's fantastic. I don't think the ladies appreciate it, though.
I just wasn't very hungry. It was good, though.
I ordered your favorites. What's your excuse?
Well, I'm gonna get a doggy bag and take it back to the suite. Which, why don't we go do that right now? Why don't we go? You two can have dessert and coffee
Actually,
at
I'm
home.
afraid that can't happen. I've kind of planned a special finale. You'll have to excuse me. This started out as a little anniversary celebration. Just bear with me.
Are you sure this is appropriate?
Yes, this is going to be great. I think you'll like it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
Cherry's Jubilee.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. What is this? This doesn't look like a cherry. Thank you, Charles. Wow, it's not. No, this is, this looks like a charm bracelet, doesn't it? And there's one charm on it. Yep, that looks like a bouquet.
Kurt, that's so beautiful. You shouldn't have done that.
Well, I thought I wanted to commemorate the bouquet that almost sneezed us out of a wedding. And as we go through life, I'm going to add charms to this bracelet for every major event in our life, like children, grandchildren. I'm not pushing.
Now, own the movie you've been waiting for. It's time to follow your heart. It's time to discover the enchantment. It's time to touch the magic again. Own the Academy Award-winning Beauty and the Beast on videocassette.
1 a.m., still awake. Your fever's worse. The coughing and congestion just keep you awake. This flu you handled today now feels out of control. You've got the night flu and you need maximum relief. TheraFlu introduces new maximum strength nighttime, the strongest hot liquid formula ever made. It relieves your worst flu symptoms so you can get the sleep you desperately need. New maximum strength nighttime from TheraFlu. Maximum flu relief so you can sleep.
Day after day, you make those glasses of thick Metamucil disappear. Why not make them all disappear with FiberCon? Doctor-recommended FiberCon gives you the same fiber regularity in tablets.
Easy to swallow tablets.
Get doctor-recommended FiberCon.
The star receiver couldn't catch a pass. And no wonder. There was an offensive leak in his diaper. Here comes the coach with a new game plan. Huggies Baby Steps Diapers, now with a trimmer center, and Huggies Snugger Leg Elastics to help eliminate gaps in the defense. Okay, team, let's fight those leaks. And it's a touchdown! What a happy day for Huggies fans!
It is so quiet.
Nice. Thanks. Margot, I have to tell you, I've been picking up a lot of useful tips watching you with the boys.
Well, I gotta tell you, of all the things I've done in my life, motherhood is definitely the best. I just wish babies came with instructions.
Oh, me too. This was a perfect dinner.
Thank you.
Of course, if Duncan were here, he'd call it rabbit food. You know, he's a real meat and potatoes kind of guy.
So's Hal. So's Tom. You guys, I'm so proud of him. He beat Taurus. He won!
I think the Kruger convictions were a big plus, and with Jessup's confession, there's just no doubt about Gavin's guilt. I just hope Franny and Daryl are able to work things out now.
I just hope my sister can feel as happy as I feel right now.
I am thirsty.
Miss Taurus woke my child.
Uh-huh, it's all her
I'm
fault,
coming,
right?
baby.
Thanks for not asking any questions.
Well, whatever it is, it must be good news.
It's a real turning point in my life, which hasn't been so good the last couple of years. Listen, Jess, I need to ask you something about Jennifer. But first, I need to take you into professional confidence.
Of course, Barbara.
Jennifer was conceived right after I left Hal and went to Europe. The father has just agreed to give up parental rights, and I need you to draw papers for him to sign.
Does Hal know that Jennifer is not his child?
Yes, and he wants to raise her as his own.
I didn't realize Hal was back.
Well, he's not. It's very complicated. I just need you to drop the papers, okay?
Sure. Of course, I'll need to know the name of the natural father.
Gerald Crawford.
Okay, back to the grown-ups. So, Jess, when is Duncan coming back?
He and Susan and Larry were supposed to come back tonight, but the flight was canceled, so I don't know.
We could try gin again.
Or we could just give up and go back to Sabrina's.
Oh, yeah? Well, if we're going to stay in Montego, I know a nice little deserted beach that's a great spot just about this time.
Tell me something.
What?
Is it better married?
Yes.
Obviously, you didn't make the call to Sabrina. You were sitting with me at the time. Are there any other Domingo Rodriguez's?
Well, Rodriguez is a common name, and there are several of us in the department, but I assure you, I am the only Lieutenant Domingo Rodriguez.
Atención, por favor. Vuelo internacional número 23 a Chicago está abordando ahora. Flight 23 to Chicago is now boarding.
Yes.
I think I like the beach idea better, though.
We'll come back.
Well, I got it. Looks like we're going to get out of here after all tonight.
Do you want me to go with you?
No, you wait here. I'll be ready to fly us out of here when I return with Sabrina.
But what if she's at the clinic?
I'll check on it.
Hello? Hello?
The folks in Lake Edna want to know the secret of new improved KFC Extra Tasty Crispy. How chicken so crispy outside could be so tender and juicy inside. The secret is a special KFC process called double breading. You take only the pepper, chicken, and dip it in uniquely, not once, but twice, leaving the inside tender and juicy and the outside crispy and crunchy. Any questions?
Hurry and try new improved Extra Tasty Crispy from KFC.
When I babysit, I come prepared. You know, puppets, crayons. But last week I'm sitting for the Pitzel twins who don't look like twins at all. And they're into these toys. Dina has this spin-around carousel, and Max has a spin-around train. Playful makes them. And they push down these plunger things, and the train and the carousel spin around. And they make these cute noises, and there's these little guys, and they didn't even notice when their folks went out. I am thinking of buying some myself. You know, as a business investment.
The folks who make sugar would like you to spend the next few seconds reading the back of your artificial sweetener package. Interesting, huh?
Pure natural sugar, a sweetener only nature could make.
A cold isn't always just here. Sinuses can get congested, too. That's why there's Advil Cold and Sinus. One ingredient for aches and pains, another for sinus congestion. It's all connected.
Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
Because she loves it. When everyone makes a fuss over her holiday pie, Mrs. Johnson's is Mrs. Smith's. And don't you know her family means the world to her? So, Mrs. O'Malley's pie is Mrs. Smith's. Mrs. Smith's pies. Right from using fruit picked at the peak of its season, this pie is something special. The pie is so well liked, even Mrs. Korsakoff's is Mrs. Smith's. For the holidays, every family's pie should be Mrs. Smith's.
So, the plane was about to land. Lucinda didn't have the slightest clue. I guess you had to be there. Why don't we head back to the suite, honey?
That would be wonderful.
All right.
Stay as long as you'd like.
Okay. Good night. Cognac's on the house.
Good
Thank you
night.
very much.
Good night.
Drink up.
Very sweet.
Good night.
Would you like to go home?
I'm sorry, I've been rotten company all night.
That's not true. And I wasn't expecting you to dance on the table. It's really my fault. I should have realized when I found out that it was their anniversary celebration. We should have left.
You know, Holden doesn't even remember our wedding. And he's very uncomfortable around me. Can't say that I blame him. Our feelings are so out of balance, he's got to be embarrassed.
Well, he did come by the office today. He was looking for you. That shows something on his part, right? I think that you two were made for each other. I do. What's so funny about that?
But I was just remembering when we first met, Holden and I was the spoiled little rich girl, and he was my mother's stable boy who barely said 2 words to anybody. And we hated each other, or so we thought. Then one night, we found out those very powerful feelings were love. And it just grew stronger and stronger. Overpowered all the obstacles. And there were plenty of them, including Lucinda.
Yeah?
And we finally made it. And we were going to live happily ever after. And then I lost the baby. And he disappeared.
You know what I think? I think if you and Holden had that kind of love, that, well, that you'll get it back. You'll find it again.
You and Connor were pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been close to a lot of women. But it was never love. If it was, I don't think it would have been so easy to end the relationships. And I don't think that I'm really capable of having those kind of feelings.
I wouldn't be so sure. You know, maybe you're just protecting yourself. When the right person comes along, that'll change.
Maybe.
Hello? You were far away. Were you thinking about somebody special?
I'm looking at somebody special.
Thank you for helping me clean the kitchen. It really wasn't necessary.
It reminded me of my mother's kitchen. I felt right at home.
Holden, would you like anything? Can I get you something?
Yes, I would love some cappuccino or some espresso.
Oh.
Do you have anything like that in the
I'm
house?
afraid I don't know.
Well, was there a place in Luther's Corners that we may be able to go to?
Yes, there is, in fact. There's a place actually in Oakdale, Emilio's. They have something like that.
That'd be nice.
What, could we take your car?
You can take my truck if you want.
I'm a good driver.
You can drive this one. Come, I'll get you the keys and write you some directions. It should be open. It stays open quite late.
Good evening, Mrs. Walsh.
Is our table ready?
Right this way.
Good. All right. All right, Velvet on my right. Are you there?
Whether it's for beginners or experts, there's only one skate built tough enough to carry the Fisher-Price name. The Fisher-Price 1-2-3 skate. Maybe that's why we're a few million feet ahead of everyone else.
Hey, why'd you stop?
My lips feel dry and cracked. I need Blistex.
Me too. Blistex really works.
It's because of the moisture, isn't it?
Blistex has an advanced moisture system because medicated Blistex ointment is the only leading brand that contains moisture. And the medication in the moisture penetrates to relieve dry, cracked lips.
I never go anywhere with that Blistex.
We'll never go anywhere just standing here.
Say goodbye to dry with Blistex advanced moisture system.
At JCPenney, we're really turning things around. We're looking for more quality.
Inside and out.
Upside and down.
We've raised our standards.
Behind the scenes.
Around the neck.
And across the board.
And while we're turning more of our attention to quality,
one thing remains the same.
Our great values.
And our great values are everywhere you turn.
Really, Inez, I insist. You and the baby sleep in the bedroom.
No, we will be fine here on the sofa.
No, really. I want to do some painting. I work till dawn sometimes, and I like to work out here.
Oh, I didn't understand. Of course. You are sure that we are not in your way too much?
Oh, not at all. Having you and Susan Lawrence here has been very healing for me. Sleep well.
Okay, that depends on little Susan.
Hello? Franny, how great to hear your voice. I'm all right. How are you?
Hey, it wasn't my idea to let Lily and Scott horn in on our anniversary celebration. What'd you expect me to do, drop all my plans?
No, I just thought it was a little inappropriate to give me the bracelet, considering everything that Lily's going through.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me? I mean, you've been pulling away from me all evening, and it just...
No, I'm not.
I thought you wanted privacy so that you could set off our own personal fireworks, but I guess you just want to sort of pick out all my faults, huh?
I'm sorry. I should be the one that's apologizing to you, Kirk.
Well, hey, you know I'm always up for a good apology. I think it's the making up afterwards I like the best.
I need to apologize to you for something, and it's not what you think.
Oh, yeah? What then?
For lying to you.
Is this serious?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
When I went to Chicago, I didn't go on business. And I didn't stay overnight with a girlfriend.
Oh, God, don't tell me you stayed with Barry Quinlan.
No, I didn't. It has nothing to do with Barry Quinlan.
Well, what then, for God's sake?
I went to Chicago to see a doctor because I found out I was pregnant.
Not that I would cast aspersions or criticize in front of dear Jane and loyal Ambrose Kirk. Not for 1 minute would I do that. But I think his vaulting ambition is going to do him in. And he might even do in Walsh, so be advised. He should have stuck with me, because then he would have had it all. Never mind. Never mind. There are plenty of others with talent out in the world. Like Scott. Who? Scott Eldridge. Scott is certainly capable, and he's very bright, but oh, my, has he got a lot to learn.
Well, then he's a lucky man, because you're the best teacher I know, Lucinda.
I think I'm going to have the fish. Now, is that on my new diet?
Yes, darling, that sounds good.
Good evening. Would you like a table?
Just coffee and dessert, please.
Very good. I'll clear you a table. Just a moment.
Thank you.
It's a nice place.
Yeah?
It's nothing like our little coffee shop in New York, though.
No.
Felt a little funny not telling Jess that I'm pregnant, especially since she is, but I don't want to tell anyone else until I can talk to Hal.
Well, if all goes as planned tonight, he'll be calling in and you can tell him.
Yeah.
Let's, brew up another pot of herbal tea to celebrate.
Oh, sounds great. I'll put the water on.
Thanks. Joe Bailey.
Hello, Margot.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be with Jason Benedict and your man. You're taking the Harpers down tonight.
The Harpers are being booked even as we speak. Is Tom in?
No, he's at a special meeting. Oh, Barbara knows all about Hal working undercover,
Mr. Bailey, hello. I'm so grateful for everything you and Jason and the Crime Commission have done to ensure Hal's safety. I'm just so relieved that it's all going to be over and he's going to be able to come home to me soon.
Joe, what are you doing here?
I'd wanted to speak to Tom first. I have some bad news.
Songbirds 70s and 80s, the groovin' game full of the big hits.
We are family.
Songbirds with over 650 hits. Just complete the lyrics with some approximation of the tune.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
And you're on your way to platinum.